Hello, guys. I'm Hasfar, and welcome back to GSA's Battle for Bikini Bottom No SBA Winner Invitational for today's Group C match between Seal and Univa. We have experience against a fresher face today, but both of these players have been very consistent. For some context, Seal has been running the category for just over 6 months, but has already attained 10th place with a 59.07 that he got just last week. Meanwhile, Univa has been running this category for 2 years, sitting in 4th place with a 58.11 that he achieved in his last race just 2 days ago. I fully expect this one to be very, very close. The runners will be off any minute now. We are off now.
I make myself a snack, but there's no time!
As usual, both runners getting 50 shinies and completing oat skip before opening the door to get the first spatula. One thing that I'm already looking forward to seeing, both of these runners already do some very advanced strats. Univa and Seal obviously both going for hammer skip and Pat's hammer. But we'll see if they decide to go for dilemma skip later. One thing to note here, I do believe Seal is playing on his Xbox 360, so he did recently get his 59 on an OG Xbox, but maybe he's playing on 360 for familiarity's sake. It'll cost him a few seconds of load time, however.
We can't jellyfish today. I'm going fishing for robots.
Perhaps we could be seeing some very interesting skyboxes on Seal's run today. Seal opting not to go for the checkpoint. Neither is Univa, so yeah, it looks like Seal's gonna go for Jellyfish Rock instead of Hammer Skip. Univa going straight for Hammer Skip, however. Not sure if he got the Death Warp there. Oh, that's gonna put him in an early hole. Yep. Seal, despite having to go through Jellyfish Rock, already ahead.
Pushing a simple button is the most satisfying. Push, 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 push.
Univa recovering that one, getting the ledge grab. He'll be behind by a few seconds. I think it would be fair to assume Seal will probably play this JF very safe. Univa will probably have to go for Pat's hammer to make up some time, however. Seal going to go with the old-fashioned dilemma skip here. Univa could make up a bit of time if he gets Pat's hammer, however. Oh, that's not good. Univa missing Univa looked like he didn't really get the manipulation correct there. Perhaps jumping a bit too early. Second try.
Now I can wear 4 pairs of underwear. This is great.
Seal, meanwhile, getting the spatula on top of SpongeBob's pineapple.
Downtown.
Oh, there's something we haven't seen in this tournament yet. Poorly textured fences. Xbox 360, everyone. Still haven't seen the famed beach ball skybox, however.
You've just met the SpongeBob.
Looked like Seal got lucky sync. Oh! Dang, he got super lucky sync. That was some good sync RNG for Seal. Seal's run off to a very good start so far. With Seal out to this much of a head already, I would imagine that his load times aren't going to make that much of a difference if he continues to play well. Seal will have plenty of shinies going into the Sea Needle.
Number one in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt, 3 years running. Thank you.
Sea Needle could be a bit tricky though, as we have seen multiple times in this tournament so far.
Number one in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt.
If Seal messes up a cycle, that could give Univa some leeway. Univa having to get that Tiki stack to make up for being behind by shinies a bit. Seal entering the Sea Needle at about 625. Oh yeah, another interesting graphical mix-up on 360 is often when, pretty much every time when you go on a bungee as SpongeBob, his eyeball pops out. Something funny I noticed seeing people run this game on 360. Good first phases for both of them. Seal looks to be doing well in the second phase. Ooh, a bit of lag there too.
Number one in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt, 3 years running. Thank you.
So far, clean Sea Needles for both of these guys. Really good from Seal so far. Univa doing really well not to stay too far behind, however. $7.55 exit for Seal. Univa having a bit of trouble with that button.
There's another one.
Univa really doing his best to keep this close despite the early mistakes. Of course, perhaps some of that might have to do with loads, but I won't dwell on that for too much.
There's another one.
Seal entering rooftops at 8:45. Univa entering at 8:57. Pretty standard movement from both runners in this segment. Nothing really much to be said about this part.
There's another one. There's another one.
Looking ahead, tomorrow night, well, first off, later in this evening at 9:15, 10:15 Eastern, we have an elimination match between Conquer Hacks and 420 Blaze It. Also tomorrow night, we have a race between Seal and Chris the Fast 222, which could also be an elimination match depending on how this goes. Seal entering Lighthouse at 10:55. Univa at 11:06. One thing that I've noticed about Seal's gameplay is that he's not really going for too many super risky things right now. Just having good, solid, basic movement. Seal has built up quite a bit of consistency in his time running this game. However, Univa knowing a lot of the more advanced movement in this game could definitely give him an advantage in mid-game and late game. .12:03 exit for Seal. 12:11 exit for Univa. Both of them gonna go back to Squid's house now. And there it is, the Beach Ball Skybox. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the first time we've seen that in this tournament. Xbox 360, great console. Alright, both of these runners will be coming up at Sponge Glide. Now, I think the biggest thing that has tripped up a lot of runners so far has been not the glide itself, but the movement afterwards, mainly the bash and even the second glide. Also, interesting fish model there. Univa going for the cutscene skip while Seal did not. Risky, but pays off for Univa. This appears to be a first try ETG for Seal. Univa getting one frame tower sock first. Univa getting it first try apparently. Seal having a little bit of trouble with the slide bash. Not really trusting the distance he was getting on that damage boost. Should be good here though. Univa also having some issues. Good enough from both players. Really, after JF1, there hasn't really been that much difference in either of these players' movement. It's been really solid from both of them. Easy spatula there under the pier. Seal coming up on tower climb now. Second try. Univa about to perform tower climb now. Ooh, first try from Univa. That saved a bit of time now. Univa slowly but surely creeping up on Seal here. Looked like the issue Seal was having with the slide bash back to the island was giving Univa a little bit of breathing room. Yeah, this is getting really close now. Univa doing really well to make up for his early game mistakes. Alright, big question coming up here. Left side or right side for this castle sock? Been a point of debate throughout much of this tournament so far. Oh, left side for Seal. That's right. Univa, meanwhile, going for right side. Oh, this is all synced now. Let's see how this Poseidon goes for both players.
Looks like the robot left itself vulnerable. Great barrier reef! Now the robot's taking a beating out there. The robot better change tactics and fast.
Pretty standard stuff going on here. Really does explain itself, making this commentator's job very easy.
The robot's losing its head. What a shocking takedown by Patrick. clothesline move. Oh, nice flying.
Univa right behind Seal right
move
now.
by Patrick. Wow, I've never seen such an electrifying match. Spelling! The old clothesline move.
While we have the time, I would like to remind everyone that pace registrations are still open. The event will be taking place from April 26th to 28th, and we'll have the grand finals for Super Mario Odyssey Celeste, Super Mario 64. Just type in exclamation point tickets in chat if you want more information.
Nice move by SpongeBob. This match is just about over.
Just keep an eye on how both of these Poseidon exits will be for these players.
That
2050 for Seal.
Hey.
2048 for Univa. Well, 2050 for Univa too. Interesting. Having a bit of frame rate problems on my end.
There's nothing like the smell of bubbles in the morning. It smells like victory.
Seal getting the Gamer Bowl in Poseidon. Univa getting it as well. Univa just about ahead of Seal by a second right now. Seal bowling the stack. Univa opting not to go for the stack.
Sponge wearing 5 pairs of underwear coming through.
Univa getting a leg grab there. Haven't seen that happen. Univa ahead by 2 seconds just about.
flat.
Let's see how good the robot RNG and Krusty Krab is for both of these guys. Seal is playing very well, however, still having to fight the extra load time brought on by the Xbox 360 that he's playing on. Could absolutely make a tangible difference.
Phew.
Alright, we're coming up on SpongeBob's dream for both of these runners.
With sleep too.
Of course, as usual, the big question on everyone's mind, as always. Left side or right side oil gang? We'll see in a second here, but first these players will do slide skip. Oh, Seal getting knocked back by the slide. Univa going back ahead by even more now. This is going to be hard for Seal to recover from. Recovering nicely. Univa going for middle gang. Ooh, interesting. And he appears to have gotten it pretty clean. Seal about to do oil skip himself. Middle gang for Seal too. Interesting setup there. Got the ledge grab though. It's all good. Univa heading into Sandy's dream. Now building a pretty good lead going into the segment. That slide skip really did cost Seal quite a bit of time there. Well, it'll be interesting to see how he can make this up in mid, because both of these players' mid games are very good. Univa, meanwhile, exiting Dream at 25-28.
Aw, shucks.
So yeah, Seal now 35 seconds behind Univa. That was a very costly mistake on slide skip. However, wasn't entirely his fault, as those hitboxes can be a bit janky at times. Univa making quick work of the Murmler entrance lobby. Seal getting the one frame on that pad there. Does make up 2 seconds. And the dog boost. Melon's coming up for Univa. Opting not to talk to Murmler, so could be potentially dangerous if he falls off or gets hit.
The Marmalade.
Seal still keeping pace, however. First 2 funnels are done from Univa. Seal also opting not to talk to Mermaid Man.
Whoa! Up we go!
Univa getting all 3 of the funnels done pretty clean. Seal not quite breaking the melon there, so we'll have to wait an extra half second. Univa gonna slam the first button and then throw the melons on the other ones. Pretty safe. Both these runners should be good on shinies going into Sand Mountain, by the way.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Seal's gonna have to play very well to make up time here and hope that Univa makes some mistakes. Univa coming off of a really good run in his first race. That also PB'd and got him 4th place in the leaderboards. Clean slide skip from Univa.
Well, the security.
Standard bread and butter movement in security tunnel, as my friends like to say sometimes. Shoutouts to the other co-commentators who unfortunately could not be here tonight. I hope they're doing well. Good security tunnels for both runners. Univa still playing with a fairly solid lead right now, but it is still close enough to where any mistake could make it even closer. 30-18 exit for Univa out of Murmulair.
Oh.
29-second difference between these runners. One thing, in my opinion, that'll be very interesting to watch is how both of these runners' industrial parts will go. Phase 3, as we all know, can make a difference of potentially 10 to 20 seconds. Of course, like we saw yesterday, either of these players could drown in the second phase, which could cost you potentially a minute or more.
I've got.
Univa making quick work of the slide. Oh, hello. There's the beach ball skybox again. Nice to see you. Still going for billboard skip. Looked a little close there, but he made it. Ooh, bit of a damage boost from that Duplicatotron. Univa having to grab the underwear to stay safe. Smart move, as he was attempting to get the button at the same time as the Duplicatotron explosion. Some technical difficulties going on right now, folks. Seal stream appears to have frozen. Univa, I'd imagine, is still ahead by a minute. Alright, we're back. Not quite sure what happened to Seal's stream.
Yikes! Looks like SpongeBob's in for a rough ride.
Looks like we'll be seeing two versions of Univa's run for now.
Great Barrier Reef!
Let's see how well Univa does on Industrial Park.
That's the ticket!
Shoutouts to the group. Shoutouts to the Goo Crew, by the way. Seal trying to. Seal stream trying to get back up. All right, looks like we're fine now. Seal behind by just about 1.5 phases.
What is Sandy going to do?
I would say.
SpongeBob unfrozen. Look at that.
Both runners definitely gonna have to be careful on phase 2 not to drown.
That hot goo could melt anything. One more douse with that stuff, and SpongeBob will be back in the ring. Oh,
So
that's
far, so
gonna
good for both
sting.
runners on IP. Probably unlikely that we see a PB out of Univa in this race like the last one. He had very few mistakes in his PB during the race 2 days ago,
That
if
does it.
any.
SpongeBob is back in the fight. Oh, that was a doozy. And SpongeBob gets
Oh,
a
getting
free
hit by the
reception
ice
off the
block there.
robot.
Gonna screw up his manips a bit
Go-see-go,
there.
and around you go.
Oh, this should be interesting to see where Pat lands. Still a decent spot. Good
Robot's
read.
taking a beating out there.
Univa going for the Swalix manips. Shout out to Alex97. Seal look like. Oh, Seal also getting hit by the ice block. Huh. Very rare that we see two of those. Seal recovering well enough to get the manip, however. Not the best landing spot for Seal. Wow, really good read from Univa.
Fine bowling moment right here.
Pretty solid phase 3 from Univa. Hitbox wasn't kind, however. Alright, now we go to probably the most entertaining part of this run, in my opinion, late game. Let's see how good Univa's cruise boosts are in rock bottom. First try.
#1 in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt 3 years running. Thank you.
3908 IP exit for Steel. Steel hitting his cruise boosts too. Univa still working with a pretty decent lead. Ooh, first try Bubble Buddy cruise boost. Those character cruise boosts can be pretty tricky.
Scavenger hunt 3 years running. Thank you.
Ooh, Univa getting the camera lock. Didn't fall down. He'll save a few seconds with this. .40-30 museum entrance for Univa. We'll see how well SpongeBob's museum goes for this. Ooh, missing the cruise boost. He is going to be behind Cycle. Yeah, this is... be interesting. He should have recovered it well enough, though. Having to wait for the tire. Ooh, can he get... just barely, dang. This is interesting. Seal does not do SpongeBob Museum. Instead, he'll be going for it with Sandy. I would expect he'd be going for the fastest possible cycle here. Yeah, really good museum movement as Sandy from Seal. Although he will definitely lose more time as he is doing this compared to Univa having to do Bob Museum, whose only mistake was really missing a few cruise boosts and being behind Cycle a few. Sleepy Skip coming up for Univa.
Number 1 in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt 3 years running. Thank you.
Hitting it first try, pretty good. He'll also opting to walk to the exit instead of cruise boosting. Ooh, Univa barely making it to that platform and avoiding the tartar sauce. $42.56 exit for Univa. Seal also opting not to go for Sleepy Skip, rather getting it with the cruise boost method. Univa with a pretty clean prawn skip. Univa having a bit of trouble on ballroom clip right now. Getting it, however. Pretty fascinating to see Steel go for some standard strat. $44.01 exit for Seal, who is There is basically a 1 minute and 15-second difference between these two runners at the current moment. So Seal's gonna have to hope for a huge mistake from Univa if he wants to make up ground.
You've just met the SpongeBob.
Univa going to do kids. Missing a cruise boost. Let's see if he can recover this. Ooh. Ooh, barely getting the first kid. A little lucky for Univa. Deal with a second try BRC, by the way. Univa recovering nicely after the missed cruise boost. Looking to be a pretty solid kid segment from Univa despite that missed cruise boost. Very good recovery from him. Univa going downtown to get that last stock. Jackalaka money strat. Let's go. Seal bowling there, going for load cycle kids as it seems. Seal also having some problems with cruise boosting. Let's see if he can recover this one. Seemed to be a bit luckier with that kit than Univa was. Ooh, that was very risky, but it paid off. Pretty clean first three kids so far. Getting the fourth one. Ooh, dang. Seal with some nice recovery strats here. Still gonna head into downtown. See if Univa decides to go for rock skip. He's going for it. Ooh, that was very risky, but good jump space from Univa there. I would imagine both players should be good on shiny count coming into this next segment. Well, coming toward the end of the game, rather. You're gonna do rock skip. Sorry about that, folks. Having some technical issues right now. We're good now. Having some issues with Seal's stream for the time being. Still, I assume, missed the jellyfish slide spatula. Sorry, still having some internet issues on my end. Univa, meanwhile, making quick work of kelp forest. Yeah. Univa's still ahead by a decent amount right now.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
51-41 exit for Univa. Gonna do Squid's Dream. See if he can get this sock cycle first try. Meanwhile, Seal getting the Mermaid Man trigger. And clean. Univa with a pretty solid Squidward Dream. Univa now going back to get the bouncing ball spatula. Ooh, kind of misjudged that bash there. $52.45 dream exit for Univa. Seal, meanwhile, getting the last of his spatulas in kelp forest. Univa really not giving Seal much breathing room. It's gonna take a huge mistake for Univa for Seal to get back in this one, in my opinion.
The great
Univa did miss the cruise boost on pull boost. However, he recovered it well enough to get this sock there. Seal with a 53.45 kelp exit. Going back to get the bouncing ball spatula. Ah, the double bash setup from Seal. Generally safer than the double jump, in my opinion. Seal also going for sock cycle here in Squid's Dream. Getting the double slam. And clean. Pretty good Squid's Dream from Seal. Univa, meanwhile, having a bit of trouble with the character cruise boost there. See if he might pull out the boat bash. Would be interesting if he does. Yeah, he's going for it. Looking good so far. Getting the last jump. Really nice from Univa. Pulling out the big boy strats here in late game. That's interesting. Seal going for the pull boost on the other side. Something that I haven't honestly seen out of a lot of runners. Univa, I think, could potentially pull out another 58 in this run. While not being a PB, that would still be very impressive for a race. Just one more spatula left for Univa before he heads into the final stretch. Sorry about that, folks. Had to mute my mic for a second. Seal's late game looking pretty good, too.
They serve food here, yes, but they don't serve love.
See if he can finish this run off strong. Univa looking to get a... Probably looking to be another 58 for him. Really good run from Univa, despite the early mistake.
The robot better change tactics and fast.
And messing up Robo Sponge a bit.
SpongeBob is back in the fight.
Univa probably gonna pull out the fast brain, I'd imagine.
Will SpongeBob be able
Oh,
to
here we go for the fans, baby.
brain?
Got enough on that trampoline bounce. Oh, missing the slam there. That'll cost him some time and potentially the 58.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant
He'll go for it again, though.
brain?
Getting the clip in. Having a little trouble with that last clip. Well, the second clip, my bad. 59.04 for Univa. Pretty solid race time for him.
Yo, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, Univa? Pretty good run from you. How did you feel after missing hammer skip early on?
Yeah, I didn't feel too good about that, honestly. I just really banked on my consistency in late game kind of carrying me throughout the race, and I think I did pretty well besides that, so I'm pretty happy with this run.
Yeah, we're in a lot of major mistakes from you. Really impressive to see you get a 59 and no reset.
Yeah, that feels good. Close to a 58, but missed that fast brain, but that's okay.
What'd he do?
I'm pretty happy that I'm able to get this time and no reset. This is pretty good.
My plans.
Yep, meanwhile, Seal looking like he's about to finish up here soon.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Seal, by the way. I think he kept it really close, especially during early game. That was pretty scary to watch on my end, actually.
Oh,
I was just hoping I wouldn't mess up first. Because I feel like if I make one mistake, it's just gonna snowball. And then, yeah.
yeah, that can definitely happen. Oh, Robo Sponge Skip giving a lot of people trouble today.
Yeah.
One of those sneaky hard tricks for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is looking kind of shaky. Interesting that Seal's going for that platform rather than going up on the other one.
What would he do fast brain?
We'll see if he does.
He's going for it. There we go.
Never mind.
Bamboozled.
Dang, debated.
Debated.
Oh, harder skip though. Big day. Alright, so this is looking to be a mid 101.
Yeah, that was a good race. I'm pretty excited for Seal versus Chris tomorrow. I think that's going to be a really nice race to watch.
Well, that'll be a great match. Two very skilled players, I think. Especially what's likely to be an elimination match.
Yeah, for sure. I think they're really close in terms of skill level, so they're probably going to be really close throughout their races.
101.27 for Seal.
Yeah.
By the way, stick around, guys. We have another race coming up just after this. 420 Blaze It going up against Conquer Hacks. Should be a good one to watch.
Yeah, Mr. First Try GCC. What a god gamer.
Yeah, that was impressive. Hey, Seal.
Is this mic working? I can't hear him.
Technical problems today. Please
Yeah.
bear with us.
I noticed that something happened during Kelp Forest. What was that?
We had I think we had an internet outage for a minute there.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all good. Not sure if Seal's mic's working right now, so.
Yeah.
That does it. I'm becoming a lawyer.
There's a green outline around him, but there's no audio.
I still have lots of robots all over Bikini Bottom. I'll summon them all, and then we'll see. Uh-oh. I'll destroy you. You'll destroy me. I'll destroy you. I'll destroy you twice as hard. Oh yeah. I'll destroy you plus
Oh.
Oh.
I'll destroy you plus infinity.
Wrong microphone.
Seal having some microphone issues.
Shut up, you stupid robot. Who are you calling stupid? I went to community college. You
So,
old-sized coffee grinder.
it's all good. Also, I would like to thank Pioneer for helping restream despite all the issues. Thank you for being a good restreamer, sir. Appreciate all the help today.
Yeah, shoutouts to him.
Ouch! We won! Who wants to get ice cream?
I do.
I think shoutouts to all 3 streamers, actually. They're all doing a pretty good job of keeping this stream running smoothly.
Oh, absolutely. I have had a great experience working with these guys, and I owe them the world. It really does help out.
There's still work to be done out there. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy wouldn't stop, and neither will I.
Oh, looks like Seal can't talk with us.
Too bad. Was hoping to get his thoughts on this. Especially concerning how he had to play most of this. Had to play on 360 after having the issues he's had with his OG recently.
Oh, so that's why he was on 360.
Yeah.
I was wondering why. Yeah.
He was having cable issues, I think.
Yeah, because I saw his black loading screens and I got really confused.
Should have been tipped off by the beach ball in the sky.
Yeah.
Well, you're off the bracket now, Univa. How does that feel?
Yeah. Top seed, right? That's crazy.
Well, yeah.
Hey.
Oh, hey, there he
you
is.
go.
All
I don't know
right.
what happened there.
All right. How you feeling about this one, Seal?
I felt pretty good. I was really nervous in the beginning, but yeah, I got better.
101
Yeah,
and 27.
you kept it really close.
Pretty solid no
Yeah.
reset time, even in spite of having to play on 360.
Yeah, I made some dumb mistakes in like JF2, mostly. That was mostly it, I think.
Yeah.
How did you
But yeah,
feel
you know,
having
you
to like
did really
keep
well.
having to keep up, especially with the load times being slightly longer?
It's hard. I don't really do that many like big boy strats, so might have to learn those soon.
Still impressive that you got the time that you have with the strats that you do.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm honest to God impressed by your consistency in this game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I just grind for consistency every time I practice, so
It's great to see. It's great to see that you can get a time this good with strats this simple.
yeah, thank you.
Anyway, that's it for us. I'll be back on the mic in a few minutes with Jackalaka to commentate 4 versus Conquer. Until then, we'll see you next time.
See
Hey,
you,
guys.
boys.